next action on the track is going to be the DMR. Thank you, Dan, for the assistance with those 100-meter finals. Appreciate that, your experience and insight. And we are getting set up for this Girls DMR Championship. Havoc Track Club will wear 1, Central Warriors Track Club 2, Vestavia Hills Track Club 3, Valhalla Track Club 4, Falls Church Track Club 5, Belmont Track Club 6, Minnetonka Track Club 7, Crystal Spar Uplands Track Club 8, Mount Lake Tabor Track Club 9, South Lakes Track Club 10, Monte Vista Track Club 11, Hopkins Track Club 12, Davis Track Club 13, and the Santiago Track Club will wear 14. The DMR is a 1,200-meter leg, a 400, an 800, and a 1,600-meter leg, all put together. And these DMR relays, Dan, really popular, not so much at the high school level, but particularly at the collegiate level. They take it very seriously in the NCAA, the DMR indoors and outdoors.
Well, the DMRs are indoors certainly are maybe the most, one of the most fun events certainly. It really brings a team together on the first night of the championships. But you know what, I'm gonna let Bob Akamian step in, the distance expert and knower of all things when it comes to track clubs, to call this with you here, Steve.
Indeed, thanks, Dan. Welcome back, Bob. So Bob's going to take a bit of a longer break. We'll see him with the boys. The girls action going on. Vestavia Hills in the lead. Opening 400 meters, 1:11. It's tightly bunched with Santiago, South Lakes, and Havoc. Steve to Mike. Santiago now well out in front. And it's really blown up here as the 1,200 meter leg starts to unwind, and now the 400 meter runner takes over. We'll go split screen to show the exchanges. They can get a little wild and woolly.
Well, that Santiago team, I was going to say that Santiago team, it was just that last, it's that 300 meter, final 300 meters of that 1,200 meters that That runner was really able to open that up, and we've got some start list on the entries. Apologize if these are incorrect, but that was Sampson, and she has passed now to White Cabbage. But Santiago now with a big lead. Look at that, just the only person in view, but that 400-meter leg is, you always say it's not very important. It usually comes down to the mile, but when you can create a leg like this, when you can create distance like this and give your team a big lead, you will have a huge advantage here at the later sections of the DMR.
Well, it's psychological, and I've often heard coaches say to runners that they want them to go out really hard in a relay exchange right like that to sort of break the mind of the runners that they're with. And potentially that's what the strategy was for the Santiago outfit, although might that be South Lakes with the big lead, Dan?
Oh, you got it. My apologies. That track club out of Virginia.
There they are. South Lakes, their 1,200-meter runner, 107. The 400-meter ran 400 ran 1 minute flat. So impressive 400-meter running. There it is, a close-up of the South Lakes 800-meter runner. The third leg is an 800, so 2 laps of the track before, as you had mentioned, Dan, we get to the 1,600-meter closing leg. And they have a huge lead. There's, you can see it's almost exactly 100 meters down the back straightaway.
Well, these trailing teams have really got to work together if they want to try to put a dent in that lead, certainly, because it's you know, the 400-meter leg and the 800-meter leg, you can run those by yourself. You can run them almost as time trials, but that 1 mile run all by yourself up front will take a toll on the athletes. And maybe if the athletes behind can get together, group together, and work together, they might be able to chip into this lead, but that lead is big.
Excellent point there, Dan. And we do have 3, 4, 5 teams that are reasonably close together. Vestavia Hills, Valhalla, Santiago, and Minnetonka, who potentially could team up here, as you had talked about, and work together to reel South Lakes back in. There can be a lot of movement just owing to the extra distance that they go here in the mile or the 1,600-meter final leg. All the teams coming through on the handoff. And hoping to get done here before they get lapped by the leaders. South Lakes, there they come. That's South Lakes in the blue coming up to the start-finish, the finish of the first lap of the 1,600 effort. So 3 laps to go.
Well, the South Lakes Distance Medley Relay ran real well at the Penn Relays earlier this year. They finished second. This is Caroline Elliott. She's your Class 6A state champ at 1,600 meters for South Lakes High School. Also, she was a 6A state champ in the 800 meters as well. So certainly South Lakes putting their best and most experienced runner on the final leg. There you see Caroline Elliott.
Well, they've got the right runner running the anchor leg, running the 1,600-meter leg here for the South Lake squad. It's going to be two laps to go. She's running fast. She ran 66 seconds for the lap previous to this. And you can tell, Dan, she is a quality middle distance runner. She slowed down a little bit here. That was a 72 her last lap.
Well, she's gone 4:51 this season. Oh, excuse me, 4:48 this season. That's her seasonal best in the 1600 meters.
And you know what they say about relays, it always draws out a bit higher performance level from athletes, and you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for the team, for your teammates.
Well, I think we're going to see her in some open events here as well. She ran a personal best last year, 4:42 in the 1600 meters at this meet.
Just a little bit less than 500 meters to go now to the ultimate finish line here in the girls 400 meter DMR championship event, and it's all South Lakes with one lap and 400 meters of running. The bell sounds, and lots of lap runners that they'll have to deal with here on the final push to the line. But that'll be helpful, mentally helpful for the runners, I'm sure, lapping the other runners. A little bit of an impetus to go after Pac-Man style, the runners ahead of you. Now it's open track. Bell sounding for other teams, and again, there's that lead. You can see it, that's the second place team. Santiago way in the distance, over 100 meters back now. South Lakes, 150 to go at the steeplechase water jump pit. Into the final 100 meters. 74 was the penultimate lap, and no pressure, so might not be that much faster here for the final lap. But South Lake is going to take the win. Put your hands up in the air and celebrate that finish. 73 seconds for the final lap. South Lakes will take the win. It'll be a while till we see second place come in. There it is right there. Santiago coming in second. They're in at 11:47. South Lake's in at 11:32 for the win. And I believe this is Minnetonka from Minnesota will be in third. So there is your podium, your top three: South Lake, Santiago, Minnetonka. Dan.
Well, South Lakes, they took this victory last year at 11:38, so they run 6 seconds faster this season than they did last year. A couple of returning athletes on this very same squad, but I was getting a chance to, on that last lap, I thought, you know, they have a chance of running just a little bit quicker, but it'll be their fastest time of the season, as they went 11:45 at the pin relays earlier this year, and they ran 11:39 at the Nike Indoor National Meet. But South Lakes putting together a string of some really impressive distance medley relay wins over the last couple of seasons, with Caroline Elliott anchoring all of those squads. So congratulations to the team out of Virginia, South Lakes Track Club, with a big win here at the Nike Outdoor Nationals.
Nice to see that progression. They're getting just steadily faster with every DMR that they've run. 11:32 for the ultimate win here at the Nike Outdoor National Championship. And there is your winning quartet from South Lake celebrating.